legislative seats, councilmanic seats, bottom up, not top down. And you are very much a part of that process. So my charge, my request, our opportunity is to work together. While the federal rules prohibit a direct relationship because of McCain-Feingold and all of that other stuff, there are ways in which we can work together. And we will continue to work together. I have been a part of the YR club, if you will, long before now. Long before now. In fact, growing up in this town, I didn't really have that connection to the YRs or the CRs because I had no one to make them aware to a 17-year-old kid who decided to become a Republican, or a 22-year-old college graduate who moved back home and wanted to be involved. You have that opportunity to grow the party at the grassroots level and to take the message of opportunity, the strength of our party, the strength of our messages directly to folks. And that's what I want to partner with you on over the next couple of years as we get ready to do that one thing that no one right now thinks we can do, and that is defeat Barack Obama. I believe we can, because I know we will. But it will only happen if every last one in this room and everyone out there is at the table, not just in the room, committing time, energy, effort, being uncomfortable in their republicanism. So uncomfortable that you want to get out there and do something about what you believe in. So who's ready to do that? I know I am. I'm asking this committee for a second term because I believe the fight is still real and winnable. I'm asking our committees for a second term because I've got too much fight left in me. And I'd rather have us move forward off of the success that we've had this past 2 years than to go backwards, than to look backwards, and to become an institution again. I like the party that's kind of real and unpredictable. I like the party that's kind of live and youthful. I like the party that's ready to go out and make mistakes, but then learn from and build from and grow from those mistakes. I don't like folks who play it safe. I never have. If I had folks, I wouldn't be here as national chairman, because everyone told me along the way it would never happen. You could never be a county chairman. You could never be a state chairman. You could never be a lieutenant governor. You can't be a national chairman. I'm glad I didn't listen to them. And there may be some people in the party who wished I had, but that's their problem, not mine. And so as you go forward, you've got to start looking at this from a different set of lenses and seeing what you can contribute and what value added you bring. And don't let anyone tell you it's not worth your effort, that you will never be, that you can never do. Because that's not Republican for my vote. Because we always believe in what we can do. We believe in the impossible because it becomes possible when we try. And that was 2010. And that was 2009. How many in this room thought we'd win the Senate seat in Massachusetts? I did. And got creamed in the press and by the establishment in this town because I spent $500,000 on that race. Aren't you glad I did? It's about taking risks. It's about believing those risks. It's about standing before your peers and looking them in the eye and said, I did it this way because I believed it would work. And standing there and willing to take whatever shot may come if it didn't. That's what we do. That's what you do. And that's what we're going to do together over the next 2 years. As we go, we raise the money. We organize the party further. We lay down the mantle with the grassroots. And we continue to build this party from the bottom up. Not from the top down. I'll be very happy to answer the questions you may have. Thank you very much.
you had an unprecedented following relative with networking. My question is, other than Facebook and Twitter, in terms of messaging from the party, how do you plan to capture the hearts and minds of young people?
That's a great question, and I think one of the things that while we can get lost in the trappings and the ease of social networking, for example, where I can just shoot an email or put out something on a blog or tweet something and it's out there and it's viral. But there is nothing that is a substitute or replaces face to face. There is nothing that's better than actually looking a friend in the eye and go, hey, let me tell you what's up with Obama. Let me tell you what the deal is on healthcare. Let me tell you what the deal is on car tax. Let me tell you what the deal is. Let me explain it to you. So part of what we do at one level is, put in the infrastructure, the networking, and all of the things, the mechanics that you need. You need to go out and touch a voter, touch a colleague, touch a friend on a college campus, touch someone in your office. But then what we need to do better is to utilize the talent that we have. The voices, the men and women who call themselves Republican, who raise that flag a little bit higher than most, and say, this is what I believe, this is what I'm about, because you're the best mouthpiece at the end of the day. I can't read the inflection of your voice and the passion that comes from you when you talk about why health care as proposed by this administration will kill the opportunities for your friends and your neighbors, and why your kids are going to be saddled with a level of debt unprecedented in our history. You can't convey that in a tweet other than the words. So there has to be a comprehensive effort in which we galvanize the talent in our party and ask it to work for us. Ask it to be a presence for us. What we did in the bus tour, for example, when we did our 6-week Fire Explosive bus tour, we were deliberate in including college Republicans and stopped at certain college campuses in some key areas of the country. Again, to galvanize them and get them engaged because they were the best mouthpieces for us. I could come on the campus, or the co-chair could come on the campus, and people would say, oh, that's great to have them there, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, we leave. You're the one in the dorm room. And the same is true for our young Republicans who are out there, who are young professional men and women, many cases fresh out of college, other cases long established. But whatever their situation is, they're in an environment in which they can be the voice. And as I know many of you experienced over this past cycle, you probably had your head slapped a little bit on some of this stuff, but you stood strong, you stood firm, you pushed back. You can't convey that necessarily in an email. So for me, it's a combination of the two. Continue to augment the media that's available to us, but then reinforcing it with people power. And that's why I was saying you are the best champions we have for carrying the message of this party to its future leaders, its future voters, its future activists. Because there's only so much you can do with an email or a tweet. At some point, you're going to actually have to look someone in the eye and go, this is why this is important. This is why you have a stake in this thing. And that's what we did over the last 2 years, and that's what we will continue to do over the next 2 years. Anything else? No? Well, thank you. Thank you very, very much. God bless. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you're ready, because it's going to be fun over the next 2 years. It's going to be fun. Thank you very much.